Okay. Hey everybody, it's Tom, and it's another episode from Bot to Hot. And today we're working on chess from the Smith machine, and we're going to talk about a very difficult concept for me. We're going to talk about forgiveness. And it's not about forgiving other people so much as forgiving oneself for stuff. Forgiving oneself for so many things that you can blame yourself for that have absolutely everything to do with you and also nothing to do with you. Where's the root of that? Where's it coming from? How do you acknowledge those things? And how do you actually forgive yourself? And how do you let things go and say, you don't need forgiveness for that. That had nothing to do with you. That wasn't you. We're going to be talking about those things. But first, let's do a set on the Smith machine. Gonna aim for 12. Let's do it. I'm doing the Sam Sulik. I'm doing the Sam Sulik thing. Okay, we can definitely go heavier on that. Forgiving yourself is tricky, or at least forgiving myself is tricky. Because I blame myself for everything that happens around me. Pretty narcissistic, I know. But I do. I feel a sense of responsibility for everything happening around me. It's because I have hypervigilance. It's because I feel a constant awareness of everything around me. Is that because I'm autistic? Is that because of other things that we've already talked about? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. All I can tell you is there's something going on in my head all the time being like, hey, be aware of this, be aware of this. And if something happens around me and I don't act or don't react, I feel a sense of responsibility for that thing. And I feel that responsibility, and I feel like I need to figure out how to hold the blame for that thing, or at least let go of the blame for that thing, or have somebody else tell me, like, that had nothing to do with you, don't worry about it, and then I can move on. But that isn't forgiveness, though. That's just saying I don't have responsibility for that thing. Even though I feel like I did, another person goes, you're not responsible for that. I'm like, okay, cool, I can let it go. It's like you're at a job and you see something happen and you're like, oh, I should have done something. And then the other person goes, that wasn't your job. That was Phil's job. And you're like, yeah, Phil, what the hell? But there is no Phil. And there is no other person saying that wasn't your thing, that wasn't your responsibility. There's just you. There's just you saying, why aren't you aware of everything all the time? And when you have a blind spot and something happens in it, you feel crushing responsibility. And then you have to generate forgiveness inside of yourself. And it's impossible. It's just so hard to build that forgiveness. And you're like stuck in a spiral of blame. And you overreact And you're like, how do I fix it? How do I fix it? How do I fix it? There's nothing to fix. So you have to learn to not take responsibility for it and not to forgive yourself for it. You need to learn how to let go of it. That's when you're not responsible for the thing. We're going to put on some more weight. We're going to do another set, a real set. And then we're going to talk about when you are responsible for the thing. It's going to be so much fun. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, change the angle a little bit. And we're going to do another set. We've put on 2 10s. So what are we on? 30, 60 kilograms plus the bar, which I think is like 10. So we're doing 70 kilograms. Not that heavy. Not that heavy. But still heavier. Okay. There it is. Come on. There it is. Oh. Okay. So there are times when I feel responsible for something, and it was my responsibility, and I should have done something, and I didn't do it out of fear, out of not trusting myself, out of waiting for somebody else to act, out of like I thought it was the right thing to do at the time. And then I see what I could have done, like hindsight 2020, what I could have said, what I could have achieved if I had acted in either a different way or I just did something. And that creates regret. And then I'm like, damn, that is responsibility for that thing. And I'm like, does that make me responsible for everything around me? When I could have done something here, I could be doing something all the time, always, everywhere else. So I have to learn how to forgive myself for that. And it's hard, man, because I'm trying to solve the problem. I'm trying to solve it. I'm trying to figure out my way through it. I'm trying to figure out what I could do now. And the only thing I can do is forgive myself. And forgiveness is hard for me. Clearly. But that forgiveness, I've been programmed to get that forgiveness from outside of me rather than inside of me. I'm addicted from external validation and like the acknowledgement of others. And for somebody else go, hey man, you didn't know. How could you know? You know now. Forgive yourself. I forgive you. But it never works. It doesn't fill the hole. It doesn't stop the blame. It doesn't stop it. Okay. Let's do another set. This is going to sound great. I'm going to do it. Hang on. I'm going to do this the other way. I'm going to do it like that. Because I don't like the Samasulik thing. No? I don't like it. But that's also crazy. That's just there. Ugh, I hate this. How do I put... That's just going to go so wrong. Okay. Let's just try that. Oh, there it is. Okay. Forgiving myself is hard because I feel a sense of responsibility for things around me that don't even involve me. But when it is the thing, and I'm like, I could have done that. Or when it's something I have done actively and I have done something, and I think later on, damn, like I could have done something different. There are times where I need to just breathe and just like let it go and practice forgiveness and tell myself, yeah, you didn't know. Now you do. You know more now. You can create better boundaries around yourself now. You can create better language around yourself where things aren't working. And you don't have to fit yourself into a box. Because that's what I really blame myself for. I blame myself and I punish myself for not having better boundaries, for not creating better boundaries around people. And when they don't work, when it isn't working, when it's just wrong on every level, and I feel like I need to fix it, I can now look at it and go, you can't fix this. This isn't fixable. You need to move on. You need to move away. And when I haven't done that, that's when I blame myself. Really, I blame myself so much. And go, why didn't you say no? Why didn't you do this? Why did you voice your opinion when you could have just walked away? And there are things that I can forgive myself for, and there are things that I can't. And there are things I'm just mad at myself about for not saying no better. And I think I have to acknowledge there's no way of saying no better. There's just no. Saying I'm uncomfortable with this should be enough to stop somebody. And if it doesn't stop them and they keep going, then there's nothing you could do, man, apart from walk away. And that's what I need to forgive myself for. I need to forgive myself for just sticking to it, for just keeping in that, for trying to make something work that is unworkable. Oh man. Okay, some stuff is coming up, y'all. Some stuff is coming up. All right, we're gonna stop this, change angle. We're gonna keep this weight. This is good. This is good. I'm feeling good about this. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Done 2 sets. We're gonna let's do one more and see how we feel. Maybe we'll move on to the next thing, but right now this is feeling really great. Where do I want to put this? There it is. Okay. Oof. Oh man. Okay. Oh. All right, that was great. Yeah, so having forgiveness for not creating better boundaries and having regret around that. Oh, it's so hard for me, man. It's so hard because a part of me feels like I shouldn't have boundaries. And having boundaries is wrong, and saying no is wrong, and saying your opinion is wrong. Because in the relationships I've had, in the friendships I've had, in the business relationships I've had, when I have said I am uncomfortable with something, the response has been, you need to stay in your lane and you need to shut up and just do what you're told. And you need to trust us because we know better than you. And I have lived with it. And I've listened to them and I have engaged with them and I've tried to fix it over and over again, but it's unfixable. And there's nowhere you can go with it. And then I blame myself for not having the right series of words to stop the thing that I didn't want to happen. And that has been the journey of my life, trying to figure out the series of words that will stop people from doing the things that they have done. I need to forgive myself and go, there isn't a series of words, Tom, because it's not your fault, man. You need to forgive yourself by acknowledging where this came from. It's external, it's completely outside of you. It has honestly so little to do with you, man. You are only one part of a multitude. You are not responsible for everything around you. Practice some forgiveness. The same forgiveness. I'm so good at forgiving other people and empathizing with them and engaging with them and seeing what they're going through and going, I can see what happened. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I forgive you. Please, let's all move forward. But then when it happens again, I feel like at blame and then I can't forgive myself. It's a whole cycle. God damn. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm a Goodwill Hunting moment, y'all. Okay. So learning to forgive yourself as much as you have practiced forgiveness for other people, it's hard because it's coming from a completely different place. I have such a ferocious drive to fix everything around me. And that when things are not going right, I go, hey, I need to get involved. And I've tried to do that in so many different ways. And when I know it's not good for me, and when I'm like, this isn't working for me, I feel like we need to engage and fix it. And the response is, here's how we fix it. You shut up. And you can't say no. You need to do what you're told. You POS. I need to forgive myself because I really go hard on myself for not being able to do something and not being able to fix it and not being able to just make something work. Ugh. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Tom. It's not your fault. You tried everything. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't need to try that hard. It should just be clear. It should be clear. You didn't want to do that thing. You were saying no, or you did an action that was like, this is me saying, I don't want to do this. This is me showcasing that. This is me saying how I feel about something. Feeling guilt about saying how you feel. Having forgiveness for that is ridiculous because there's nothing to forgive. This is just saying how I feel. It's so complicated, man. It's so complicated. Okay. One more set. Let's do it. Okay. Oh man. Oh. What is there to forgive? What is there to forgive? I blame myself for the things I can't see. I blame myself for the things I can't hear. I blame myself for not being able to predict the future. I blame myself for not knowing what's around the corner. I blame myself for not being an oracle. I blame myself for not being a constant, vigilant, saintly figure. I blame myself for not having the moral fortitude to forgive everything around me, including myself. I blame. Okay. That got a bit tricky, that. No word of a lie. We'll do final set of this. We've dropped it down. We're just going to really crank them out there. But I do blame myself. And I blame others. And I get real deep and dark and dirty with it. Like, this should have happened. It should have been this way. It should have gone like this. It should have gone like that. I said this. They should have listened to me. I need to say it better. I need to be able to say no better. I need to be able to articulate how I feel better so people can hear me. All of these things are a way of saying, this is how it went wrong. This is how to fix it in future so that it doesn't happen again, and continuously problem solving. And that has gotten me nowhere in life. And the only thing I can do to move forward is to forgive all of it and to go, yep, it was crazy. Everything's been crazy. Everything has been wild. What a life. What a life of unique individuals and adventures and
There may be periods of time that this gym does not have a team member on
this voiceover. All right, let's do a set.
Please ensure you remain aware of your surroundings, listen out for fire alarms, and when training, use the equipment responsibly. If you or a fellow member needs urgent assistance, hit one of the red call points found 24-hour teams at Unmasked to help. You may not see us, but we're always on hand.
Okay. Forgiveness all around. Another part of forgiveness. Who wants a bit of forgiveness? Everybody wants a bit of forgiveness. I ain't a saint. Some things I look at and I'm like, why do you even do that, man? Why did you even think that was a good idea? Because you wanted to feel in power, you wanted to feel in control. I get it. I get that because I feel the same way. I feel that hypervigilance because I want to be in control, because I want to have power so I can get the things I want and I can make sure that people don't get hurt in the process and I don't get hurt in the process in so many different ways. And I'm trying to protect. All of this is trying to protect. And it hurts so many people, including myself. But having an opinion isn't vindictive, and saying how I feel isn't awful. But sometimes I need to forgive myself. I need to forgive myself for the blame I give myself for having an opinion. It's okay, man. You're forgiven for that. Other people are on their own journey. They're doing stuff. They're saying their opinion. It's okay. Forgive what you can. Forgive who you are. Forgive the choices you made at the time. And I'm not just saying this to me, I'm saying this to everybody. Everyone in my life, everyone I haven't met. Let's all just be a little bit more forgivable. Okay. Let's move on to the next thing. Come on, let's do it. That was crazy over there, right? Forgiveness is complicated. Forgiveness is complicated. Forgiveness is hard. I'm addicted to external forgiveness. Absolutely. Getting forgiveness from other people to say it's okay to be safe, to feel safe and secure in the world by getting forgiveness. I'm like, this is great. This is fantastic. Getting people to tell me I've done nothing wrong. That's amazing. That's fantastic. I feel safe in the world. I'm no longer searching for that. I'm trying to figure out my own way. I need to forgive myself. Cool. You're not going to get it. It's going to be really hard because you're creating new pathways for it. So you're going to blame yourself for a lot of stuff. Then you're like, hey, who else is to blame out here? I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look at you. And it just builds and builds and builds, bigger and bigger and bigger. There's nothing left but this blame. Like, who's to blame? Who can I blame? Where am I going with the blame? Hey, you know what? A little bit of forgiveness all around, I think, what's a good idea. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive myself. Crazy. Oh, this mic. Okay. I can definitely go lower with that. We can definitely go heavier. You can definitely go heavier. Oh, I'm going to forgive myself for that. Not great set. Like, that was... Where am I put my hands? I don't even know. It's the first time I've been on this. But that's 20 on each side. I definitely need to go heavier. Okay, cool. Let's change the angle, go a bit heavier, and we'll go from there. There we go. I think it's a little better. Right. Okay. We have now got 30. Is it 30 kilograms? Yes, 30 kilograms on each side. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh man. That was complete failure. Oh my goodness. Okay. So. Oh. What have we learned today? Forgiveness is hard. Forgiveness is hard if you're in a particular mindset to blame and to look at the past and be like, that happened there, that shouldn't have happened, that happened there, that shouldn't have happened, that happened there, that shouldn't have happened. And that's external, other people, and it's also internal. I blame myself for a lot of stuff. I point the finger at me most of the time. And I really got to ease down on that because I think potentially it's unfair. And I need to forgive myself for the things I am in control of. And for things I'm not in control of, well, that's just hard going, I guess. That's just hard going. Some things you just can't deal with. Some things you can't do. Some things you won't be aware of. I can't see around corners. I can't predict the future. I can't see everything. I can't hear everything. I'm an autistic individual. And no matter how hard I try, I can't be aware of everything. So maybe a bit of forgiveness for that. Maybe I need to forgive myself for being autistic. I've been looking for that forgiveness my whole life. I haven't been able to find it. Maybe I just need to do it for myself. Maybe I should just do that for myself, you know? Maybe that's my life work. Right there. Just learning how to forgive myself for being who I am. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Oh. Okay. Let's do another set. Let's do it. Actually, what time are we on? No, we're gonna... No. We're good time. Yeah, let's do another set. I've got a 10-minute marker on this thing. Okay. Okay, come on. Oh man. Okay. Cool. I think that's everything from me today, y'all. Okay. Thank you very, very much for your time. Learn to forgive yourself. I know I'm trying. Okay. Right. Stay safe. Follow, subscribe, like, comment. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta do it. Peace out.